If you want your CapCut videos to sound clean, balanced, and way more professional, this tutorial is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to balance audio in CapCut so your music does not overpower your voiceover, and so you can also fix peaking audio before it starts sounding distorted. This is one of those editing skills that instantly makes your content easier to watch, because viewers can actually hear your voice clearly without struggling against loud background music. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple CapCut tutorials just like this one. Alright, let's jump in. First, open your CapCut project and make sure your clips are already on the timeline. If you are working with a voiceover and background music, the goal is to create a smooth balance between the two. You do not want the music to disappear completely, but you also do not want it to compete with your voice. The easiest way to do that in CapCut is by using manual ducking with keyframes. To start, click on your background music track in the timeline. This is the audio you want to lower whenever you begin speaking. Once the track is selected, move your playhead to just before the moment you start your voiceover. This timing matters because you want the music to stay at full volume until just before your voice comes in. Now look over to the right side and open the audio panel, then go into Basic if it is not already open. Here, you will see the volume slider, and next to it you should see the keyframe button, usually shown as a diamond icon. Click that keyframe button to place your first point at the current volume level. This first point should stay around 0 dB, or at least near the normal volume of your music. Next, move the playhead a few frames forward to where your speaking actually begins. Now add another keyframe, and drag the volume down to roughly -15 dB to -20 dB. That lower level gives your voice enough space to sit clearly on top of the music without feeling like the background audio is gone completely. If you want the transition to sound smoother, you can place a couple of keyframes instead of only one drop. That gives you a gentle fade into the lower volume instead of a sudden jump. This is especially useful if you want your edit to feel more natural and less distracting. Then, when you finish speaking, move the playhead to the point where your voiceover ends, add another keyframe, and bring the volume back up toward normal. Finally, add one more keyframe a few frames later at the original level, so the music returns smoothly after your dialogue. This simple keyframe method is the easiest way to balance music versus voiceover in CapCut, and once you practice it a couple of times, it becomes very fast. A lot of creators use this approach because it gives them full control over exactly when the music dips and rises. It also sounds much better than guessing with one single volume change for the whole track. Now let's talk about another common audio problem: clipping, or peaking audio. If your sound is too loud, it can hit the top of the mixer and start distorting. You will usually notice this by looking at the waveform on the timeline. If you see orange or red dots or bars, that is a sign your audio is peaking. When that happens, the sound can become harsh, crackly, or unpleasant to listen to. To fix it, click on the audio track and look for the horizontal white line that runs through the middle of the clip. This line controls the overall audio level. Hover your cursor over it, then click and drag downward slowly. As you lower the track, watch the waveform indicators. Your goal is to bring the peaks back into the safe zone so the orange and red warnings disappear. You do not want the audio smashing against the top of the track, because that is what causes clipping and distortion. Take your time with this part and listen back after each adjustment. A small change can make a big difference, especially if your voice sounds too sharp or your music is too aggressive. If needed, combine this with the keyframe method so your voiceover stays clear while the music sits underneath it nicely. That combination gives you a much more polished final result. The main thing to remember is that balanced audio is just as important as sharp visuals. Even a great video can feel amateur if the sound is too loud, too quiet, or distorted. By lowering your music at the right moments and fixing any peaking audio, you make your content much easier to enjoy from start to finish. So now you know how to balance audio in CapCut the smart way. Use keyframes to manually duck music under your voice, and use the waveform line to reduce clipping when audio is peaking. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe for more CapCut editing tips, and comment below if you want more beginner-friendly editing guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.